Hi, today I'm going to show you how to do the maintenance cleaning on the Kangen water ionizer. So Enagic really encourages us to do this every couple of weeks. A lot of us don't get to it and we do it every few months. But this is important because this is what's going to keep your machine operating like it's brand new. It's going to optimize the ionization process, which is what generates hydrogen-rich water, antioxidant water, right? So that's what we want. That's why we're drinking this particular water. So I'm going to show you step by step what to do. The first thing to get out is your cleaning powder. Now you may have packets that you received when you first got your machine from the company, but when you run out of the packets, you're going to want to purchase the e-cleaning powder from the company. This is a food grade citric acid cleaner, okay? And you don't want to buy anything like cheap on the market. You want to order this directly from the company. And you're also going to need the secondary tank that came with your machine. This should be in the original box that your machine came with. And very importantly, you're going to need the little cap, and you're going to need this cartridge. And this is specifically for the K8 machine, okay? One thing to pay attention to is this has the exact same fittings as the filter that's inside of the machine, and it works with this this O-ring or washer, and you always want to make sure that it has the washer so that the water doesn't go everywhere. All right, let me show you exactly step by step. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tap the screen and look for setting, and then we select e-cleaning and we say yes for the instructions. And now it says pour 2 packets of the cleaning powder into the cleaning tank, fill with 400 milliliters of water and mix thoroughly. All right, so what we're going to do is put tap water inside of the cleaning tank together with the e-cleaning powder, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Now to open this tank, you want to twist the top if it's not open, right? And then it should come off pretty easily. I'm going to fill it up with tap water. Okay, now I don't have the packets anymore because we only get packets when we first order our machine from Enagic, and then after that we just get this canister, which mine lasts for a year, and I do my e-cleaning, I would say, about once a month. I'm going to put like 2 of these scoops. You don't want to get this on your skin if you have any cuts or burns, just like if you are cutting lemons, right? Because this is citric acid powder, food grade. And now I'm going to close the tank, and you want to be kind of methodical with this because you definitely don't want it to open in the middle. All right, so I have it closed tightly. And you can actually see the liquid here, right? Now I'm going to pull this out. And this is the tank that's currently in here. This is for the electrolysis enhancer for those of us that generate the 2.5 pH cleaning water and the 11.5 pH. This is the enhancer, the electrolysis enhancer tank. So I'm going to set this aside. And then I like to just kind of feel that there's 2 buttons here, that they are not stuck, if you would, because sometimes they get a little bit of sticky from the salt. And then I'm going to open this door here. I'm going to set that aside as well. And that's our filter, of course. Now, I always tell people, you know, it's easy to forget how things fit together. So right here, you see this sliding ring it's actually a half ring that's in place, and you want to just kind of set it the way that you took it out, and that way when you are going to secure the cartridge or the filter, you're not going to forget how it's supposed to fit. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the filter. Well, actually, I'm going to tell the e-cleaning, yes, I did it. Please insert the cleaning tank. So I'm going to insert it and push it really well and say okay. And then it says, please remove the filter and install the cleaning cartridge. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove it. And you always want to make sure that the 2 O-rings are on the filter. You don't want to leave one in here because if you put the cartridge, the CPU cartridge here, and it has two O-rings, it's not going to fit properly, or if it doesn't have any, right? Because we want to avoid any kind of water splattering everywhere. And now I'm going to take this ring that I took before, right? I'm going to try to get close here. And you want to set it right on the track, okay? I'm going to try to get really close. And you want to slide it to the right. Yeah. All the way to the right, okay? Now you know that it's secure, and when you turn the water on, it's not going to splat everywhere. All right, so I'm gonna say okay here. Please put the cap on the secondary hose. So this is something you don't want to forget to do. Now I have a secondary hose here. You might have the original hose coming out, but either way, it's the acidic hose that you want to cap, because we don't want the solution to run off prematurely. We want everything to stay in there throughout the time that we're doing the cleaning. So I'm going to put the cap on. And then what I like to do as well is I like to turn the drinking hose up as well, okay? And now that that's done, I press OK. It says press start to begin the cleaning. So I'm going to press start. And now it says 3 hours. So during the first 20 minutes, you want to keep watch that this liquid is slowly but surely disappearing. And what is happening is it sucks this solution into the machine, into the electrolysis chamber, where we have the electrodes. And what the goal of this is to soak the electrodes in this solution of the citric powder in order to break apart any potential crystallized minerals. And that's important because any crystallized minerals that are sitting on the plates are going to interfere with the electricity that is part of the ionization process, and you may not get as high of an ORP that your machine is able to produce. So we don't want anything to interfere with the electricity. Therefore, we want to do this cleaning as often as you will, maybe every couple of weeks to once a month. If you've slacked and you haven't done it in a while, don't worry, just start doing it now. All right, so it's been 3 hours, and now we're ready to rinse the machine and to put it all back together again so we can start generating that amazing Kangen water. All right, so the way that you know that it's done is it's no longer counting down the 3 hours, and it says cleaning is finished. All right, so that being said, there is something here that I want to make note of. In the original instructions, Enagic has us putting this filter back and then conducting the rinse. Personally, I don't think that's a great idea, so I do it a little different. And that is I run the rinse first and then I replace the filter, because the idea of running the citric acid solution through the filter doesn't make sense to me. I might be wrong, but that's just the way I've been doing it for a long time now. So I'm going to point down the drinking hose and I'm going to remove this plastic cap that's been holding the water inside, and you're going to start to see it drip out. All right, and now when I turn the instructions back on, it says please remove the cleaning cartridge and reinstall the other. So I'm going to do that. Now I might want to take time to refill the solution, but I'm going to skip that right now. And again, the solution is only there to generate the cleaning waters. It has nothing to do with the drinking waters. And now it's going to say filter error because it's expecting the filter to be in here. So what I do is I kind of trick the machine. I open this up and then I put it back in. I say okay. And now the machine is not yelling at me. It says please remove tank. Okay, I did that. Run the water to rinse the machine. So I just simply turn on the water, and now it's going to count 300 seconds and rinse out the machine. Okay, when the 5 minutes or 300 seconds are done, then you shut the water off and you're just simply going to reverse the process. You're going to remove the cleaning cartridge or the CPU cartridge. And my fingers are a little slippery, so I'll use a towel. Okay, and make sure that the O-rings are both on here and O-rings are on the filter. You never want to have a situation where you either have double O-rings inside or no O-rings inside, because then when you turn the water on, it's going to flood your kitchen counter. And then, of course, this ring has to sit on the track again and slide over to the right. And I always turn the water on just to make sure that this is working as it should be. All right, now that it is, I'm going to put the cover back on, just sliding it easy. Okay. And I already put this back on, but you just put it back together like that. And I like to run the water for like 30 more seconds before I take my measurement. And I do have an ORP meter here. So I'd like to measure my water when I first clean it, because that gives me a good indication. I'm going to lower the flow. This is how you want to serve yourself water. You want the water to flow for a few seconds before you collect it, and I always lower the flow so that the water has enough time to ionize. So my ORP meter is reading right now. I'm getting a negative 600 or so. Okay, I'm gonna run it again a little bit just to see if I can get a higher reading. Collect some water. Okay. And I'm getting about 637 right now. So it's pretty good. What I may need to do is replace my filters. I do have filters underneath the sink here. I'm going to try to show them to you. And I think that they are due to be replaced. Don't mind my mess. But there are 3 filters right here that I do need to replace. So that's probably why I'm not getting a negative 800. That being said, negative 630 is very, very rich in antioxidants. So I'm still getting amazing water. But it is time to change my filters. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.